And Jesse is at Parkway Athletic Club. It's one of the health clubs where he is a coach, personal trainer. So you can go check him out online at Parkway Athletic Club and see what the facility is all about. If you want to reach out to me, you can get me at stevemain.com. If you have comments, put them in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. So we titled this, "Is Your Cardiologist Fat?" So what the topic that we were talking, we were talking about before, Jesse. Well, first, welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Steve. It's good to be here.
So we're talking about medical professionals or health professionals. Let's just say health professionals who, let's say someone's a nutritionist and they're fat. Do you want to listen to a fat nutritionist?
Probably not. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty, this is, I think, again, like,
yeah, it's like,
it spreads to all different facets, like you're saying, I think, in the medical world. But yeah, like most of the answers that are coming out of that from me is no,
Yeah. And it's like to me, it's the ultimate hypocrisy. It's the ultimate hypocrisy. I went to school. I learned how to eat. I learned about nutrition and how to be fit and eat right. And I'm a tubblard. It's like, really? I just don't get how someone can sit there and, people lie. We've been talking about Liver King and his lies and everything and false impressions, but that's right. You're wearing that right in front of everybody's face when you're a tubblard and you're saying I'm a and there's some of them out there. There's some really fat cardiologists telling you, we got to get rid of your fat liver and your fatty liver and we got to get your cholesterol down. It's like, look at you.
Yeah. I mean, this is, like you said, we started with different medical, talks, and then it kind of, this one obviously for us is, topic that, we're involved in on a daily basis. And yeah, I get people all the time, that come in and, I'll be talking to them and they'll be telling me their experiences with, their cardiologist and other medical people as well. And, not often are they always bringing up maybe, that the people in front of them are not in the best shape themselves, or maybe not following the advice. And I think what happens there is, people have a tendency in that situation to kind of remove, what is, like you said, what I agree is, like, a hypocrisy there, because this person is so, in an opinion, highly educated, right? This is a professional. And so, regardless of, I guess to some extent people have learned to block out, if this person should be practicing what they preach. The best example to that too is, like, let's say, a minister or a preacher, if they're preaching, the word of God and all these people are following them, and, you were to find out that, in their home life, maybe they didn't practice, any of these things that they're talking about, or getting so many people to follow them on, some of these huge pastors, and I won't name any, but, there's many of them, they would lose probably potentially most of their following, and so it's kind of bizarre how that extreme, would go from, that end of a spectrum to where people pretty much accept that in the medical field, because that person is in front of them and has a degree and other education, that in a background of what backs up what they're telling you, that, that gives them, the ability to be in whatever shape that they are in. But again, for me, there's no way. I have a tendency to challenge any medical professional that is in front of me for my health, and I do it in a few different ways. And when I see, I had a different doctor. I had my same doctor for like 10 years and switched on me this past year. And when I went to go in, some other person walks in the room. Doctor I had, knew a lot, had really good information. We were on the same level. We had kind of this thing going that worked. And then another person walked in, and I immediately kind of started, just not in a rude way, but asking questions to see, if this is going to be on the same page as where I'm at, especially with some of the stuff that I have and that I know. Turned out she was good too, and was on the same page, was proactive about health and proactive about fitness, and didn't believe in just cramming a bunch of medication down everybody's throats every time something goes wrong with them. But point is, I think what needs to happen there, like as a solution, a little bit, is people need to be a little bit more aware and hold accountable a little bit more. It's like if you see a cardiologist, like we're talking about, that walks in and you see that, it's obvious this person is in an obese category, or let's even say in a not healthy category for where they should be at, in terms of body composition and health. Maybe you want to consider not having that person help you out, because what may happen with that, and this is just the way I see it, this is my opinion, it may not be fact. Probably the advice and the stuff that they're going to give you may not be what is considered a proactive approach to health, right? Because if that person didn't follow or doesn't do those things themselves, and I think this is where you went with the hypocrite part of it, is if they're not doing that thing themselves, how can you trust and believe that they're going to give you the advantage to take, again, a proactive stance, which that's what I believe should happen in the medical field every time it's possible, meaning when, before someone is at a point where medically they can no longer be proactive. That's different. If they're at a place where they have to be helped through extreme medical measures, but on a cardiologist, from what the stuff that they can reference to, basically, unless you're in that position, they should be telling you to do things like eat healthier, exercise, kind of taking a look at your profiles and things, and figuring out, of course, where your baselines are at before they do so. And, point is, I believe that if they don't do it themselves, they're not going to give you the best advantage on a proactive level. I think that's what it really comes down to, more than anything else, for me at least.
Yeah, and you make a lot of great points, Jesse, and it goes to like a fitness coach, a personal trainer. I mean, your trainer, it's like if they're not walking the walk and talking the talk, and nobody's perfect. You gave a lot of really good examples there. Nobody's perfect, and I don't think anyone expects perfection. But being a total hypocrite is a whole nother thing. And the unfortunate thing for people in this business, or people in general, I can see if you're
Yeah.
not healthy. Um, I might not know why. I mean, just because you're obese doesn't mean that you're a pig and you eat too much. I don't know why, but I can look at you and say, you're not healthy. So you can't judge why, but something's wrong. So interesting topic, Jesse. I mean, maybe we can talk about it some more, but especially with you're picking a coach for personal training, or whatever, you want to know that, hey, at least you got your body figured out, and at least you're disciplined enough to, do what you're telling me to do.
Yeah.
So interesting topic, and it's been really talked about, I think, in the gyms and so on that you and I go into. I've seen it. People are going, hey, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. So great topic. Thanks for being with us, Jesse, and we'll
Yeah.
talk to you
Thanks,
soon.
Steve.